Hello to my book besties. Happy New Year. With it being a new year, I'm going to just go through 26 books that I want to read in 2026. So I have written down a load of books that I do want to read in 2026. There isn't 26, there might be more. I actually don't know how many there is. I was just writing them down because I'm trying to plan out my videos that I do want to do in the year. So I have wrote down just a shit ton of books that I want to read. So I have counted them. I have got 26 books on here. I did need to just add 2 more onto it. Now, I don't know the authors of pretty much any of these. I know one. I think it's one. I didn't write the authors next to it, so I am just going to go through the ones that are on here, and I'm going to put a screenshot of the book here so you can see what it is, because I know some of them I can't actually read the name of the book. Dyslexic problems. Again. So the first ones are part of a series. Now, I am going to Disney at the end of 2026, and I've been wanting to read this series, I want to say, for about 2 years. The only problem is I hate the UK cover. I'll put the UK one here. I love the US one, so I am going to get it in the US when I'm over there. Gonna cost me a lot of money just for 3 books because their books are so expensive. But the series, the 3 books are Once Upon a Broken Heart, The Ballad of Never After, and A Curse of True Love. Now, I don't know anything about this book. I wanted to read it based on the cover. That was about it. I have no idea what it's about. However, I have seen, I think it was Hayley read it. I think Sarah did, I think Destiny did, and I think Larry Reed did. I could be completely wrong. But I did see at least one of those read it. Can't remember. I watched their videos like ages ago of them if they did read it. But there's nothing really about it other than I absolutely love the cover. That's just what won it for me. The next 2 are also part of a series. So it's Fearless and Fearful. It's part of the Powerless series. I've read Powerless, I've read Reckless. And I know that there is Fearless and Fearful because I have seen them in Waterstones before. I did not pick them up. I've seen them in the special edition of them, which I will put the special edition up, but I've seen all of them in the special edition. The only thing that annoyed me is all of them have a dust jacket. Dust jacket, yeah. Other than Powerless, which that is just pissing me off because I don't want to go and get all 4 books and only one of them doesn't have a dust jacket on. That's just really, really annoying. I really look like I've got no hair. And I have got hair, look. So there's also those 2. I already loved the series. Loved Powerless, I loved Reckless. I think I've rated them both either a 4 or 5 star. So it's just that I just want to carry on the series. The next 3 are also part of the series. So it's the Light Out series. Lights Out, Caught Up and Game On. Dark romance, there's not really much that I can say about that. I just want to read it. I know that I've wanted to read it for a while, but I just haven't got around to actually buying the books and actually reading them. However, the whole of 2025, I was in such bad reading slump, and it was the exact same in 2024 as well. I was in a really bad reading slump and I hardly read any books. So I'm now looking at books that I want to read in 2026 because I'm getting back into reading. So that is also another reason why a lot of these books I haven't read yet, because I have been in a really bad reading slump. Then the next one is The Ritual. This is a series. I do want to read the whole series. I just didn't write them down. I can't remember how many there are. Again, I'll put the pictures here of all of them, but I do want to read all of those. Again, dark romance, you just can't go wrong with a dark romance book. Again, there's not really much that I need to say about that. I think every single book on this list is dark romance. or dark fantasy. The next one is The Wolf King. I seen Larry read this and I instantly wanted to read it. I know that the second one is coming out, I think it's summertime of 2026. Can't remember when it is, I think it was the summertime. But just her reaction to reading it won me over. I need that book and I need to read it, and I need to read the second one. I'll probably wait until the second one comes out to actually get that book or read that book so I can read them like not back to back, because I'm not one of those that can do that, but at least close together. The next two are part of a series. I did want to read these in December, but I didn't. I've had so much stuff going on that I really haven't had time to read. But it's he sees you when you're sleeping and he knows when you're awake. Obviously, series. That just the creepy title made me want to read it. So again, that was that. The next one, it is a series. I think there's 2 books in the series. I haven't properly looked into it, but I have seen 2 of the very similar covers. It's called A Dark Window. I think there is 2. I will have to look into that. I do want to read that though. I have wanted to read that, I want to say, for the past year or something, since I've seen it on TikTok. Again, I just have been in a really bad reading slump, so I haven't read anything. The next one is Does It Hurt? Again, dark romance. I know sharks are involved, and I know the whole shark thing is twisted as fuck, but I want to read it. I think it is a big book. I don't know, but I've heard so many good things about it, and I just need to read that book. Same as the rest, it's dark romance, you can't go wrong with that. And it's another hyped up book that I've seen all over TikTok that it's just one that I need to read it. The next one, I seen the cover and literally just added it to this list. Don't think I've ever heard anything about it, or I might have seen people talking about it, but haven't actually like properly watched it. I'd just seen the cover and wanted it, so I'm assuming it's another dark romance. It's called Den of Vipers, and the next one is also the exact same thing. I just seen the cover, wanted it because of the cover, and I think it is another one that I have seen, but I can't remember, which is God of Malice. I don't know, I just seen the cover and wanted it. Just added it onto the list. Now, the next one I've seen Larry read again, and she absolutely loved it. I think it's really her that I've seen read it, but it's just her reaction. I trust her judgment on the books, because a lot of the books that she reads, I like the same similar books, and it's her soul to take. That book has been on my TBR for the longest time. I can't even remember how long. I want it. I do really want to read it though. I know that there's demons involved. That's it, that's enough. The next one, I don't know how to pronounce the book. It's right there. That's the title. Begins with N, can't remember. It's written here and I still can't pronounce it. Dyslexic problems. I think this is the only book that I can't pronounce. But again, the cover. Seen the cover, put it on the list, but I have seen this one quite a lot of times on TikTok as well. Don't know anything about it. Don't know if it's a dark romance, dark fantasy, just fantasy. I really don't know, but it's there. The next 3 were the exact same. I've seen the cover, I just added it onto the list. Never heard anything about these ones though, so I am just gonna put them all together. If it's part of a series, I have no idea. I don't know anything about these books. I've seen it, I searched it up on Google whilst I was writing this list out last night, I think it was. Seen it, put it on this list, that's that. His Good Girl, Toxic, and No One Has to Know. The No One Has to Know one, I just can't go wrong with that title. I just want to know what that's about. But there's those 3 books. Again, I don't have a clue if they're a series. I will write if they are and if they're not. The next one is When the Moon Has... Now, I think I do have this book. I can't remember. I'll have to go and check on my bookshelves. but this is one that I have been wanting to read for a while. I just have never got around to doing so. I do love the cover on this book, so hopefully this is one that I will be able to get round to actually reading in 2026. The next one is From Blood and Ash. I've seen this one all over TikTok. I don't have this book. Don't know anything about it. Absolutely nothing, but TikTok has hyped it up. So that is just another one that has been added on. The next one I don't think I've seen. I think I've seen the cover again. I just added it onto the list. It's called Devil's Deal. I don't know if it's part of a series. I will put it on if it is. But I don't even think I've seen this one on TikTok. I just added it because of the cover. I think it was the cover. And then the last two books that I'm going to mention, I've got both of them. One of them is my partner's and I am 100% robbing it. So the first one is Alchemized. I got this book, I want to say October. I haven't got around to reading it because it is a massive book, but this has recently been really hyped up on TikTok and I do want to get around to reading it because everybody's just hyping it up, and I might do a whole video of me reading that book, do a whole reading vlog because of how big it is. And I know there's different parts, so could be a little series of me reading that. I don't know, just comment if you would like to see that. And the last one is The Boyfriend by Frida McFadden. It's the only one that I know the title, not the title, the author. So I've never read Frida McFadden book. I am currently reading The Housemaid by Frida McFadden because the movie has just come out. So I wanted to read this before I watch the movie because I do want to watch it, because I'm not one of those that can watch it and then read the book. It's got to be the other way around if I'm going to do that. So I am slowly getting through this. I've never read a Frida McFadden book. I am not somebody who likes thrillers, but I have seen The Intruder quite a few times in stores, and I have been wanting to read that because it's just the front cover. Don't know what it is. People say don't judge a book by its cover, and that's literally all I do. If the cover is not nice, I am not reading that book. I'm just one of those people. But this has been a book that I never wanted to read. I was never excited to read it, but I did see this girl read it and now I want to read it. So I am reading this, but The Boyfriend is my last 26 books that I want to read in 2026. Hopefully I can get through reading all of these this year. I have got a reading goal. I'm going to do 30 books on my reading goal. Hopefully I can get above that. But we're just going to have to see because don't know how the new year is going to look. But thank you for watching this video. I hope you all had an amazing new year. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.